Let everyone get in here. What's up? What's up? Guys, it's not going to be a long stream today because, I mean, again, it is a bank holiday. If you guys are trading, I could probably say you're going to not make it far in trading. I'm just kidding. No, but in all seriousness, like, you guys should not be trading today, especially if you are New York traders. Again, like, we could trade today, being it's not really a big holiday as far as, like anything within Europe, but it's just still not worth it. It's gonna be a lot less volume. Yes, there may be setups, guys, but at the end of the day, there's always going to be setups. That's something you guys have to remember. So it's just not generally worth it. But we're gonna go over like what I'm thinking. We're still gonna look at what London Open does and see if how price does play out and stuff like that. We'll definitely won't be trading NQ. That's for sure. It's just probably going to be relatively choppy, even if there is a little bit of volume. I don't think it's going to last long, and it's probably just going to just kind of slow out as the night goes on. So, I mean, we can just go right into it, to be honest. Let's make sure you guys can hear me. I know I'm live on YouTube as well, so make sure everything's good over there. All right. So, UK 100, you guys know last week we did fairly good last week, to be honest. Caught these sells near the end of the week. What am I thinking as price continues to obviously trend? W on GJ, fire. I don't really trade GJ anymore. Fire. But going back to it again, like we can see within this hourly time frame, we had this new hourly leg kind of break structure, had a pullback, and we are seemingly heading or making our way back up. I do think we most likely will continue to see some bullish pressure here unless price is exhausted and does want to sell off a bit deeper and flip trend. Because again, one thing you have to remember is we've been bullish for so long. Right, at some point we are going to see a larger pullback. It doesn't have to happen now though. What's up, Casper? So we're going to see what happens here. Truly, I think buys are probably a little bit better than sells would be unless we saw like a short-term sell-off within like this bullish internal leg, but I really doubt that. As far as DAX, honestly, like I like buys here other than the fact that we didn't fully complete that pullback. That's something that I really did want to see. No trading today, Alvin. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Even if you catch like a setup, like at the end of the day, you got to think about like it from a long-term standpoint. Like how many traders do you guys see who are in a position you want to be in actually trading today? Truly. And the thing is like, yes, you can catch a buy or a sell. I could too, but is it worth it? No, because what if it was the other way around? What if you lost? It's like, I'm not saying it's all due to the fact that it's a bank holiday or we're coming up into a bank holiday, but that could be a large factor at play. And that's something that a lot of people don't realize is they think because they win that bank holidays must not matter. Or they think because there's decent volume that bank holidays don't necessarily matter, and they do. So Blue Dream, what pullback? The pullback I'm talking about on DAX right now is like I wanted to see price. Well, obviously we saw price expand on this hourly leg or even the 4-hour leg here. I wanted to see price pull back as far as the equilibrium, a little bit further into discount, because at that point we know price has facilitated its pullback at least to an extent where we can expect buyers to now step back in to take price back up to a premium price. But since we didn't do that, I mean, I'm not saying price can't continue to just trend higher here, but what I'm thinking is since like we're in this like internal bearish leg, like again, keep in mind this is our swing bullish leg that we're trading within, and as we pull back, we obviously are going to see some type of bearish internal price action. So this is our bearish internal leg. We're probably just facilitating a pullback within here to go a little bit deeper, and then actually we could see price come into a discounted range of that hourly swing leg. So again, like there's not really much that I would even enter in off of today, besides being that there's, you know, a bank holiday coming up, and I think buys could be nice here in the sense of trying to catch this pullback, but we're already deep enough within this leg that we could just end up selling off, and at that point it's just not really worth it. So, but again, like I'm still gonna look at the market and still kind of gonna get an idea of what to expect going into like Tuesday's trading, because technically we're trading Monday, and kind of set myself up based off that. So but for NASDAQ, guys, like honestly for NAS, I could see some buys, but again, like I'm definitely not trading NAS tonight. If we didn't have bank holiday, I would definitely look for some buys though. I think I would. We can still come in here and mark stuff up, but I'm just not going to enter anything. I'm just going to advise against it just because it's not like anything crazy. Got about 8 minutes open. Again, this is kind of what I'm expecting for DAX. So I kind of just want to see if it plays out. At least a bullish open. Good morning, George. What's up? What's up? Did I have a good weekend? I think I did. Yeah. Wasn't bad. I'm ready to get back to it. I just totally forgot till today that there's a big holiday Monday, and that kind of just like killed the vibes. Just because it's like I just pretty much realized that either I just don't stream today, like right now, or I come into stream and it's a boring ass fucking stream. What's Devin? Yeah, I totally forgot until Lucas said something. It's Devin, I don't know what you're talking about, by the way. If it breaks structure, you go short. On what? Blue Dream. Oh, cars. I have 3 cars. I have a truck. I have like a Toyota. It's like a eco car. And then I have a little sports car. Nothing crazy. Nah, I hung out with my girl crew. Nah, I was gonna make a a reel for Valentine's Day with like a glass sitting next to my charts and like a candle lit. For my traders out there, for my single traders, but nah, I'm not a single trader this year. What's the next car I'm looking at? Probably a Mercedes. Yeah, crew, I thought about that. Probably Mercedes. Nothing crazy. But things could change really fast too. Like, I'm at a point where I can get a lot of cars, but at the same time, like, or like a crazy car, but at the same time, like, I am planning on traveling a bit this year, and I'd rather just travel and, you know, and then we'll see what happens at the end of the year, or like mid-year to end of year. We'll see what, comes about, but more opportunity may present itself too, and then, just taking it by ear. I'm not a big car person. Like, I love cars, but like, I love like crazy fucking cars, like, but dream location in the world. I don't know. Like, I love America, bro. Like, if you're asking like to travel to, maybe like somewhere in Italy. But even then, like, I'm more of like a tropical type of person. If you're asking like somewhere to live, I wouldn't know yet. And that's why like my goal is through, these next couple of years is being that I can just trade from anywhere, is just kind of travel, Airbnb, in a bunch of different places, just to kind of get an idea of, like, do I like it here? Do I not like it here? Do I see myself living here and stuff like that? Blue Dream, if it breaks structure, I go short. Not necessarily, like, this was from a higher time frame standpoint. Like, you could wait for some type of like pullback here of this like internal leg and re-break at this high. But again, like, I'm not trading today. It doesn't mean you can't trade today, but I'm just personally not trading today. Put New Zealand on travel list. You'll love it here. Will I? I've like never even like really looked into it. I'm gonna look it up after stream. Because that's like my goal, is like just kind of Airbnb around, just get a feel for like different places and stuff like that. How many languages can you speak? 5. No, I just can't. I can only speak 1. I wish I speak more languages. That's definitely a goal of mine. Like, sometimes I find myself bored as fuck. I probably could start learning another language. Actually, I've been looking for something to do, like, for fun. Because there's only so much I could do. Like, I trade, I stream, I work with my students, and, sometimes I'll go out. But I'm just kind of been homebody recently. Just chilling. All right, guys, let's see what happens at open. We'll chill here for a little bit longer. Again, not, no crazy stream today. So, what about you, Alvin? How many languages can you speak? I'm assume 2, maybe 3. 4? Oh, shit. Lucky as fuck, Alvin. It's actually lit. Is there a discount for the funded account? Yeah. You can go use that code if you want. Guys, I'm also talking to YouTube chat, so I don't think I'm talking to myself. And if you guys are on YouTube, also keep in mind that I am also live in Discord as well. If you guys did want to hop over there. Granted, it doesn't necessarily matter today, just because of the fact that it's, I'm not really trading. But like, when I am trading, it does kind of, matter in the sense of the latency issues. Discord is better when it comes to the delay. And YouTube is just kind of whatever. All right, guys, let's see how price opens. I'm expecting higher prices, but again, like, it doesn't mean it's going to go higher. Biggest obstacle, let me think. I think just like everyone, like, mindset. I think it was kind of like everything. I mean, I didn't really like understand like technicals to its full extent for over a year. Mindset, still definitely came in play, in the sense of, you entering too early, the fear of missing out, or revenge trading. It was kind of a mix of everything, to be honest, but it all just kind of clicked at one point. And I heard that a lot too, is like, I would just always hear that, like, it's gonna click. Like one day you're going to just start trading, it's just all gonna click, and it did. But that doesn't mean it just, I sat on my ass and it just randomly came. No, like it just came through trial and error and actually like wanting to do better. And what really like helped me through all my obstacles was journaling. And a lot of people just don't see how that kind of correlates, but it really does help in the sense of it tells you where you're going wrong, and it's then still up to you to make the appropriate changes or adjustments to make sure that you're actually going to see improvement. Because again, like a lot of people hear like journaling and they're like, oh, let me just write down a couple words and hopefully I get better notes. It's yes, you're writing down some words, you're writing down how you felt during that trade or what happened during that trade, whatever it may be. And then again, it's just taking the action, right? Figuring out, okay, like you're basically calling yourself out. If you're revenge trading, okay, now you know that your revenge trading is causing you to take more losses than you probably should be. So therefore you need to fucking, lock in and stop revenge trading. Even if it's like little things that, you make sure you don't do. Like there was one thing I did was, and it's not too extreme, which was like, if I ever broke my rules early on, I would not allow myself to eat that day. I'd fast, and I love food. I love food. So like that to me was like, like, okay, if I break my rules, I'm not eating today. Whatever. Or if I break my rules, I got to work out an extra hour. It was like that level of like locked in that I was at that really got me, past a lot of those obstacles. But if I really had to say one, like it was probably mindset. Mindset's always probably one of the biggest ones. Let's see if you can 100 retest and then go higher. It goes higher here. Yeah, you do have to have a level of dedication. Damn near delusion. Delusion's my favorite word. Because you really do got to be delusional. Jay, it was about 2 years. And then I started seeing some smaller profits and kind of started getting more consistent. 3 years definitely is where it like really started to, pump up a lot. First funding was FTMO. Didn't pass the first one, just like most people. Then I got one through, I want to say, I don't think it's the Funded Trader. No, it was like one of like this one prop firm that came out way early on. But hold on, sounds like my volume's low. But the one I got some most payouts on was Clarity. I did get quite a bit through Clarity. There's another prop firm. There's been so many prop firms, I can't lie. But FTMO was definitely one of the first ones. Before they got banned in the US, that was kind of gay. Blue Dream. I don't know why it's low on Discord. First payout from which one? I think it was called like the Funded. I forget the name. Is like the Funded Trader. It was like one with the crown. It went down. Like it went underwater. TFT sounds correct for some reason. I think it was the Funded Trader. It had like a little crown. I think I had a very small payout from that one. For my first payout. And that sucks, is like that prop firm, that was like the first prop firm I ever got introduced to as well. And like me and my friend who were trading at the time like had so much like faith in these motherfuckers. Like You know, like they seem so legit, they seem so strong in the back end and this and that. um and then like next thing you know, it went down. And it was funny because like my homie at the time, like when he was trading, um he was like dead ass going to get a fucking tattoo of that prop firm. And I was like, dude, like I tell him now, I'm like, dude, if you would have got a tattoo of that prop firm that went fucking underwater, like I would have clowned you for the rest of your fucking life. Because I never thought of getting a fucking tattoo, but for some god fucking reason, he was like, I'm gonna get a tattoo of them. I was like, oh my god. And if he would have been tatted up with the fucking prop firm that started rejecting payouts and fucking um, went underwater. Kind of crazy. That's why you don't get impulsive tattoos, guys. Oh my god, crew. A lot. I don't even remember, to be honest. There was a lot on FTMO. There was a lot on TFT. A lot. Probably over more than I can count my fingers for sure. I think that'd be smart, George. Honestly. Jay, that's fun. Like I got some tattoos that are definitely like, you know, what the fuck. I like, again, I didn't get the prop firm one. Fuck no. Um, but I definitely have some tattoos that I was like, what the fuck. But again, like all those tattoos, they're memories. You know, like there's some that I'm like, fuck, like why'd I get this shit? Like why? But at the same time, like I think back, I'm like, you know, it's something for me to remember the rest of my life. So it's a moment in my life that even if it was like questionable, you know, it's still like it is what it is. Like, you know, there's not anything that's gonna change the fact of the matter now, you know. Looks like we barely missed equilibrium. Damn, we barely missed that shit. I'm gonna get legacy funding on me. Shh. Tell me why I was thinking about that. I'll pop out with one. I got a stick man holding a joint on my right leg, really? That's actually kind of cool. Yeah. Tattoos are cool. But again, like they are something that you have to make sure that you're, you know, you just have to understand they're on your body for the rest of your life, you know. There's some people that are like, they get the craziest tattoos. Yeah, but I have a live account. Just thinking for more leverage than with my payouts. Yeah, I'd say definitely do that, George. Especially because like you're getting access to 100K through FTMO. I mean, you know, you can then use that to fund your live. What platform do I recommend? Legacy funded. It's the only one. I think price looks good on UK 100 to buy here, guys. But again, like I'm just not in the trading mood because of the bank holiday. Oh yeah. Fuck, this actually looks really good too. It just pisses me off. I like it. Just because we're trending pretty nicely. Yes, I mean, we could get fucked over and faked out, but this is something I'm definitely going to get a little bit of some data on. If price does end up hitting a TP here, we'll definitely come back to it. Bank holiday, yes, there's a bank holiday. It's for CAD and USD, so not necessarily like within the EU side of things, but at the same time, like I can already see like it's not as volume filled. Especially because like recently, I have been relying on the volume from New York especially being that some of our trades have been held into New York. And that's where, I don't want to play that game. Like, if we could get in and out really quick, yes, okay, that'd be great. But in most cases, like this case, like we could be waiting in this trade for hours, as price, comes up. And then as New York comes open or opens, and we just kind of see horrible consolidation within here because of the fact that there's very little volume during that bank holiday. Let's go, George. Yeah, stock up them legacy accounts and get an FTMO and you're chilling. You're chilling. Yeah, guys, already kind of not looking like the best night. Again, it goes to show you don't have to trade every night, especially in these nights, guys. Like, again, like you can definitely find a trade. I'm not saying you can't. You can probably go find something on gold. Gold's probably gonna move decently well. Nasdaq, not really seeing much. But again, like I'm not taking anything, guys. Like these are only marked up for. I like legacy funded, you, Mamba, Luca, the whole team. Thank you, Blue Dream. We like you too. Again, like we made this community so we can again interact with you guys, help you guys out, showcase what we do, and in the sense of trying to help you and this and that. So I'm gonna give you advice. Like again, like the advice today would be again, it's a bank holiday. There's no need to trade. Like even me, I'm not trading. Mamba won't trade tomorrow. Luca won't trade tomorrow. And this is something that even like when I was new to things, like I always thought about like, okay, I would trade bank holidays when I was new. I'm gonna say that like 100%. Like I'm gonna be transparent. But then I'd look at people like Mamba, like these other people, and be like, damn, like why aren't they trading? Like, well, like why? And then I started to realize, okay, like if these people who are in a position that I want to be in aren't trading on these specific days, then why would I be trading on these specific days? And now I'm in a position to now transfer or relay that information back to you guys in the sense of, yes, today there may be some setups, but there's going to be setups every single day. There's going to be setups on every single market, right? It's, in the sense of there's always going to be setups, right? So it's like, take today off because the probabilities are less likely to be in your favor today just because of the fact that there's going to be lower volume, a lot of indecision, a lot of choppy price, just not worth it. Yes, price action can still be fairly well, but again, what if you're on the other side of the table, the other end of it, and you end up getting screwed over and take an unnecessary loss because of that chop, because of that low volume, especially if you have a system that really relies on it. Again, I rely on a lot of volume. I do. Again, that's what we trade. We trade the volume. We trade high volume. We trade London Open. But again, if you guys do end up finding a setup, I would recommend just getting data. Like me, I like UK 100. I like DAX, but I'm just going to get data off of it, meaning I'm just going to look to see if price plays out and get data off of my system. And then again, come into tomorrow based off what price gives me and then play off of that. What are the futures that we trade with? I trade NQ. Like if you're asking during stream, like I'll trade NQ during stream. But again, the reason I'm not trading today is just solely, oh my god, solely due to the fact that it's bank holiday. But guys, I'm tired. I actually fixed my sleep schedule, so I'm gonna go try not to fuck that up. Tomorrow I'll be back though, of course, same time, 11:45 p.m. PST, and we're actually gonna take some trades. We do have some news tomorrow at 11 p.m. for GBP, so we'll see how that affects things. Other than that, we're looking pretty solid, so I think tomorrow will be a great day, not only for DAX and UK 100, but also for NQ. So let's see what happens. Again, like, just if you're not going to trade tonight, just, get some data. You're fine. Sit on your hands, go in your journal, do everything, do whatever you need to do. But also, you can take the day off and just kind of chill. Do you trade NQ more as it's on LFF, or you can end it. I trade NQ. No, I honestly still prioritize DAX and UK100 because this is where I trade my live funds. So I'm definitely going to prioritize that. But I have been actually still prioritizing NQ. It's fairly back and forth. I prioritize them, enough each. So the good thing is like with UK100 and DAX, like I typically know where my entry is going to be before London opens, so I can set a limit. Like here, I would obviously set limits at this break of this high, and then we can just kind of pay attention to NQ on the lower time frames and wait for some type of setup to occur. It's because you stopped drinking Monster at 12 a.m. George, you're probably right. I have been. I haven't been is the correct way to say that. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys joining up. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, 11:45 p.m. PST. Again, short stream, but not a lot to see or do today. But I'll see you guys all tomorrow. I'm out of here later. Later, YouTube. Thanks for tuning in.